Very good morning, my dear students. And today in this lecture, we will discuss integrated pest management, that is IPM. IPM is used to control the various type of pest. So, so what is a pest? A pest is an organism that spread diseases and cause destruction to our household articles as well as our crops. Some of the example of pests are like bird can be a pest, rodent can be act as pest, ants, mosquitoes, and other harmful uh, organism or other insect can also act as pest like mosquitoes, flies, cockroaches, etc. Pest management is very challenging because the conducive होता है अनुकूल परिस्थिति that allow pest infestation to thrive in a food processing facilities. These are the abundance of food, ideal moisture condition, temperature condition, extended business hours, various harborages sites. तो इनके कारण जो है पेस्ट मैनेजमेंट बिकम वेरी चैलेंजिंग. Focus of integrated pest management is required because we must identify, prevent, and eliminate those conditions that could promote or sustain a pest population with a food manufacturing or storage or transportation operations. So we must focus on IPM. IPM goals for the food processing industry is, first of all, to prevent insect from entering the facilities, to keep insect population from increasing or becoming established in the production stream, to suppress insect where prevention has been unsuccessful, and to monitor the environment for evaluating the effectiveness of the prevention program. There are various steps for the implementation of IPM program. First of all, we need to inspect, means various inspection are required. Then planning and for the preventive strategies, we should plan for everything. Then identification, we must identify which type of pest it is. Then analysis of various type of pest, treatment based selection, then monitoring of all type of pest, and make documents about this type of pest. Now we will discuss all these steps in detail. First of all, inspection. This step is very necessary. We should go to the food processing industries and then various inspection are to be done. Inspection may be 2 times in a week or weekly inspection can be done. So regular inspection are to be needed. Then we should take preventive action also. One of the most effective prevention measure is exclusion. Then performing structural maintenance to close potential entry point reveals during the inspection. And sanitation and housekeeping will eliminate potential food and water resource, thereby reducing pest process pressure. And step 3 is Identification. By identifying the problematic species, pest can be eliminated more effectively. And make sure your pest control provider undergoes rigorous training in pest identification and their behavior. Once you have properly identified the pest, you need to figure out why the pest is in your facility. And you must check food debris, odor, inlets, and moisture accumulation here and there. You can check for it to analyze the properties of pest. Then treatment selection is to be done. Use the right treatment in right places and only as much as you need to get the job done. Based on this formula, we can treat the pest. IPM stresses the use of non-chemical control method such as exclusion or trapping before chemical options. When other control methods have failed or are inappropriate for the situations, chemical may be used to list volatile formulation in targeted area to treat the specific pest. Often the right treatment will consist of a combination of responses from chemical treatment to baiting to trapping. And by focusing on non-chemical options first, you can ensure that your pest management program is effectively eliminating pests at the least risk to your food safety programs, non-target organisms and environment also. So, after the treatment of the pest, a monitoring is to be needed. By constantly monitoring the facilities for the pest activities, facilities and operational challenges can protect against infestation and help eliminate existing ones. Staff needs to be the daily eyes and ears of the IPM program, and employees should be aware of sanitation issues that affect the program and should report any signs of pest activity. So, a proper monitoring is to be required. After monitoring, the next step is to be the documentation. First of all, we should be up to date. Pest control documentation is one of the first sign to an auditor that the facilities take pest control seriously. Important documents required are a scope of service, pest activity reports, service reports, corrective actions report, trap layout maps, list of approved pesticides, pesticide uses report, and applicator license. All these documents must be needed. What are the advantages of IPM? IPM program will enhance the long-term stability of the holdings over and above protection against pest. Provide long-term solution to the pest problem and decreased use of chemical application, and by decreasing the chemical application we can reduce risk of the health of staff members. We can also reduce the risk of deterioration and disfigurement of the holdings, and it will result in the financial savings also. But there are some disadvantages also, and these are: IPM will require more staff time than traditional pest management. IPM will require the coordinated effort of all staff members to properly implement, and IPM may initially be more expensive than traditional pest management. So to control the pest management, we need integrated pest management. Thank you guys.